This video will demonstrate how to create drawings using Solid Drafter. We will use the design that we've been building throughout the Solid Drafter Basics video series that you've been watching. The first thing we need to discuss in preparing to create drawings is the layers. Layers are in schedules that can be accessed from the drop-down list in the ribbon bar. We've been working in the standard layer, which provides an outline of the cabinets in the plan view and a more detailed view of the cabinets in the elevation view. Changing the layer will change what appears in every view of the software. Now that I've changed to the detailed view, there is a slight difference in the appearance of the elevation view. If I change from the detailed view to the architectural view, you can see there's quite a drastic change to the appearance of the elevation view. The plan view goes back to some basic outlines. Selecting the correct layer for the drawings that you would want to generate in each of the views is an important step before you begin to create the drawings. To add a view in the software to the drawings part of the program, you right-click and select To Drawing from the right-click menu. This will re-render the drawing according to the layer settings. The settings in each layer schedule determine what is seen on the screen and what is seen when the view renders and is sent to the drawings part of the program. Should you wish to add notations, text, or symbols to the scene, you can click the CAD button and use the built-in CAD tools to do that here in the view before you send the view to the drawings part of the program. Using the CAD tool in an individual view is the best way to add text or symbols if you're going to be adding those type of CAD objects to a view that will be sent to drawings. So I'll click the CAD tool and click the text tool and then click here in this space under the range cabinet. And by clicking OK, that text appears. By clicking the Select tool in the ribbon bar above, I can then select that text, edit it, or reposition it in the drawing. Clicking the Return button escapes or turns off the CAD tool, and the text that I added will now be part of the view that is sent to drawings. Once again, right-click, choose To Drawings from the right-click menu, and that will re-render the view according to the layer settings. You may also send a view from 3D to the drawings part of the program. To send a line item or line type drawing to the drawings part of the program, you may need to right click and choose Properties and change to Hidden Line. Clicking OK will then enable that option when you right click and send to drawings. Now the hidden line drawing that is created that you see here on the screen is somewhat pixelated and is not the quality of hidden line drawing that will print out on a piece of paper or to a PDF to send an email. To send a colorized or rendered view from 3D, in the Properties you would change to Bitmap, which is the default setting. There are many options for rendering the view from 3D and other views in the software by using the render mode options and also the PhotoVision utility in Solid Drafter. These will be covered in a separate video. When you have gone to all of the different views, made any changes, CAD object items have been added, or any other type of symbol or annotation, then you go to the drawings part of the program. When you enter the drawings part of the program, you should see a clean sheet of paper. Right-clicking on that sheet of paper and then choosing Properties will let you change certain settings about the paper itself. You can change the paper size, for example, and change from portrait to landscape. You can also choose a default scale that drawings will appear when you pull them onto the paper from the available scenes listing. Anytime you make a choice anywhere in Cabinet Vision Solid and you see this button that says Set as System Defaults, if the choice you just made is the choice you would always want, click Set as System Defaults and you won't have to make that choice again. Once you have chosen the options for the paper, you click, hold your left mouse button, and drag the scene onto the paper. Once you release the left mouse button, much like placing cabinets on a wall, the scene will be attached to your pointer, and you can move it to approximately the location that you would want it to be. Left-clicking again places the scene on the paper. When you see the red dotted outline around the scene, that means that it's active, and you can click on it and move it again, or you can choose the CAD button to clean up little minor things about the lines in the drawing, or add text or symbols or other annotations. But I recommend that you add your CAD objects like text or symbols, callouts, in the view before you send the scene to drawings. This will enable it to automatically be the right scale according to the layers. Clicking away from the view will select the paper again. To change the scale for a drawing that you've placed on the paper, right-click on the drawing view and choose Scale. This will allow you to change the scale of that particular view even after it's been placed on the page. The scale selection that you choose from the right-click menu will print at scale on that size piece of paper from a standard Windows printer. To create a new sheet, click the small New Sheet button in the ribbon bar. This creates a new sheet, and you'll notice that my new sheet has a title block. A title block is a border design that has certain information in grids at the bottom or side of the layout. Title blocks can be created easily in Solid Drafter. There are a number of title blocks that can be selected that ship with the program and install automatically. To choose another title block, first you might want to right-click and choose Clean Sheet. If you right-click again and choose Title Block, that brings up the assortment of title blocks that are available for you to look at for examples. You must choose a title block that has been designed for the paper size that it's going to be selected for. I'm going to clean this sheet up again and just add the elevation view to this page. I'm going to scale down the elevation view to 1/4 inch and then add the 3D view to this page as well. 3D views, because they are perspectives, of course, are not to scale, but you can change the size of a 3D view by right-click and choosing Scale, just like any other view that is placed in the drawing. Now I'll pull the plan view out again and add it to this piece of paper. I'm going to place it approximately where I want it, right-click, choose Scale, and reduce the size of that view. Once I've reduced the size, because it's still highlighted, I can position it where I want it. And by moving the various scenes around, you can create the finished drawing that you might want to print out or send via a PDF program in email. To send a drawing via email, the best way that I've found is to buy or download a free PDF printer from the internet, install it on your computer. Then it will be available in the printers menu, just like a printer connected to your computer. Keep in mind that anything that you see anywhere in the program can be sent to drawings. For example, in the reports view, if I wanted to send this entire list to be used in a drawing, I could right-click, choose Drawings, and this comes in as a scene called OBList. When I left click, that brings the entire list of the items in the order into view. And once again, by changing the scale, it will resize that list. I'm going to click the CAD view, and you'll notice because the list of cabinets was highlighted, everything else on the page has faded into the background and is not available. I'm going to click the Select tool with CAD and simply hold down my left mouse button and draw a box around everything on the right hand side of that list. Now it's all selected, and I can right click and choose Delete and customize what's on that list. Clicking the blue Return button gets me out of the CAD tool and returns me to the paper. There are many ways to customize the drawings part of Solid Drafter. In addition to custom title blocks, you can create custom CAD objects, which are also called symbols. When you choose CAD, Insert is an item on the ribbon bar above. If you choose Symbol, that lets you choose from several categories of symbols that install with the program. You might recognize these annotations as the text that I used to drag out and make notes on one of the earlier videos. There are also an assortment of arrows and markers. Clicking on one of these items will give you a preview in the small box beneath the list. There are also typical reference symbols, typical joint details, common electrical symbols, and a general assortment of different symbols, including arrows and callouts. Anything that you draw using the CAD tools can be saved as a symbol. In addition to the symbols, you can insert a table, which you create just like you create a table in a Microsoft Word document. You can also insert a DXF file. If you have a file on your computer that was created in a program that generates DXF files, you can import a two-dimensional DXF as from a CAD program and place it into your drawing. You can also include an image, like a bitmap image. You would need to find the image on your computer, select it, and then click Open. This is useful if you want to create a title block and add your company logo to the title block in your drawings. This is a basic explanation of how to use the drawings in the Solid Drafter system. And this video concludes the Basics for Solid Drafter series that you've been watching. Additional videos may be generated to demonstrate the more advanced features and more details of how to use the software. For additional training on using the Solid Drafter system, please contact Island Cabinets.